Hi guys, it's me, Indiana Jones. Welcome to my channel. What I usually have is Witchy Wednesday, but I'm switching it up today for Try It Tuesday. So let's see what I tried out today. I have to say that in all of these projects for today, I was inspired by Rita. She's my retro vintage witch that I usually have on Witchy Wednesdays. So today I'm just going to focus on some retro vintage inspired ideas. First things first, here I'm taking a couple of those wonderful Dollar Tree Halloween trees. Isn't this fantastic? You remember, hey, there used to be a cartoon called The Halloween Tree. You guys remember that? Way back from the 80s. Anyway, look up Halloween tree. Anyway, I took two of these trees, put them together and just tied them together with their own little branches. It's so perfect. And I love that this is orange and black instead of just black, because it really, I don't know why, it just gives me such vintage vibes. Then the next thing I did was I took some wire cleaners, what are they called? Chenille stems. That's what they're called. Chenille stems. And I twisted them together just to add a little more color, a little, give some pop of white. And I'm just going to make some squigglies out of them. And you'll see me making squigglies. So these, the technical term are squigglies. There's a squiggly. So you make spirals and squigglies. And I'm going to add that to my little trees. Again, just to add a little bit of white, since I'm trying to keep my vintage look black, white, and orange. And here I'm just adding them using the pipe cleaners or chenille stems, and just adding them to the stems of my trees. Why am I doing this? I don't know, just to give myself extra work. Why not? Well, I had the chenille stem sitting around, and I thought it would be a good idea. Then I got some of these little mini Christmas balls. They're not Christmas balls though, because they're Halloween balls. Little mini Halloween balls, and added those to, again, give a little bit more, everything about like centerpieces. And this could be used as a centerpiece, or it could be used as a wall decor item. It's just adding a lot of embellishment. So this added a little glitz and cuteness to it. Now, this is the part that was inspired by Yenny Storytale. I found her recently, and I found these wonderful cutouts, and I thought these were perfect. So she made something extremely, well, exactly the same. Actually, I'm just copying her. I hate to say it, but I'm giving her creds for it. And all I did was, as she did, use these cupcake liners as decorations, and use these printouts, which I will have below. And they're wonderful. They're perfect to create a vintage look in anything that you do. You can add this to a wreath. You can do anything you like. Actually, that would be really cute to use those on a wreath. And all I'm doing is adding some pipe cleaners to the back, so it's easy for me to add to my centerpiece. And again, you can add it to anything you like. Then here I am just adding it to the centerpiece. Look how cute that looks. It just makes such a big difference. And again, it was so simple because it was using those cupcake liners, and all I did was cut inside in the middle of the cupcake liner and scrooch it up inside, so I had this beautiful fan effect. So thank you, Yenny, for giving me that inspiration. Now I'm adding some of these pumpkins, again from the Dollar Tree, because I'm trying to keep everything in the black and white and orange white motif, and they just fit perfectly, just to add more filler. And then last but not least, we're going to need a bow in the middle. And this polka dot bow, now I don't know if this is from last year or from this year, but this polka dot bow, it just screams nostalgia to me. Like screams. Like, screaming nostalgia. So I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock at night and I'm doing this voiceover, you guys. This is nuts. Anyway, so there you go. Look how cute this looks. I'm sorry, but as tired as I am, it came out really darn cute. I really, really like this. And especially since I really love this vintage motif. So thank you again for the inspiration, Yenny. And I hope I inspire you to do the same and try this for yourself. Here's the finished product. And remember to check out at the very end so you can see how it all looks together. This Witchy Wednesday on Tuesday is thanks courtesy of Unicorn Dust Designs, Sammie herself. Sammie and Whitney of Whisky and Whit are the ones that are hosting this wonderful Try It Tuesday challenge, where we try out someone else's creation and are inspired to create our own. So I hope you're inspired, and let's see who else inspired me today. You guys, this is the cutest thing, and I found this and I was inspired by the holiday workshop. I saw her creating this and I thought, oh my goodness, I have to try this for myself and share it with all of you guys on my channel. Again, she's more experienced, so it came out a bunch better, but this is my take and this is my way of trying out this inspiration. So the first thing I did was I took a roll of ribbon that I had from the dollar store and I took it apart so I can use that cylindrical cardboard part. She didn't use that. She created like her whole thing out of newspaper. Next, I am making a foil ball to fit that I guess tube. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Like I said, it's 11 o'clock at night, and so now I'm just creating the shape of my little ghosty. It's gonna be a little ghosty. It's a little vintage looking ghosty that I'm making. And I actually used the same shape as she did. I tried to keep to the original design as much as I could because I loved it so much. Now, I have to tell you, I cheated. I done cheated. So basically what I did was I skipped a step. She did this whole decoupage, Mod Podge, what is it called? Paper mache phase, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it, but she did a great job covering the whole aluminum foil in the paper mache. And I went straight from aluminum to clay because I was tired and I didn't want to wait for the paper mache to dry. So I said, well, what's the worst that can happen? I failed, but at least I tried. But I'll be honest with you, it didn't turn out that bad. What's the difference is that hers, I mean, you can see, is my poor little, my little ghost is called Lumpy the Ghost because he's a little lumpy. He's not smooth. Hers is smooth, but he's still cute. So Lumpy the Ghost. What can you do? Now here I'm giving Lumpy a little face, and it's very important when you make a face. You gotta give it character. It may just be 3 holes, two holes, and a mouth or whatever, but you gotta give it character. Now I'm going to give it some arms. So I made wire armatures for arms. Wire armatures for arms. Really. So I poked those little arms, those little wire arms into my clay ghost. And then I'm going to cover them, as I did with the ghost, with aluminum foil, of course, to give it some weight. Give him some muscle. Give him my little ghosty, give him some muscle. Made his arm too long on one side. It always happens, so just snip it off. Whoop, there you go. And there's my little arm, and giving him some cute little muscles there. And then, of course, I'm going to cover them both with some more clay. And there I am. I have covered it all in clay. Look, it looks so cute already. Oh my goodness. So all I'm doing now is painting it. You could spray paint it, but I prefer to paint it by hand. So I'm using some acrylic paint. And I painted it, I think I went over it twice, if not 3 times actually. Letting it dry, of course, between each phase. And now we're going to add some embellishments. One of the things I wanted to add that she also had was a cute little banner, because I don't know, it just adds to the nostalgia or the vintage feel. So I had this black and orange paper. And these wonderful stickers, because I didn't feel like cutting it out or using my Cricut. Here, I already have them done. Boom. There you go. Boo. Without the M. Boo. Boom. Boom. Anyway, now I'm painting in the little eyes. And this is when you really start to see the cute little character he becomes. Paint in the eyes and the mouth, of course. Nothing else requires paint except for little cheekies. I took a little bit of pink paint and added it to his little cheekies because the holiday workshop, they did that as well. And now you'll see a cute little, look at the face. Look at the face. You see the little cheeks? He doesn't have the pink yet, but I will be putting it in just Lumpy the Clown, I want to say, but it's Lumpy the Ghost. Now I'm adding some more embellishments. I thought these little, I don't know, those little I don't know what to call them. I know they're not dingleberries, but that's what comes to mind. But they're not dingleberries. So I just created a little collar. You can add a collar with lace or anything you want, some ribbon. And here I am adding the little boo pennant to some twine, some colored twine from the Dollar Tree. And there you have it. There's our little ghosty. The ghosty with the mosty. My little Lumpy. Lumpy the ghost. I think he's happy. He's in my house now with all my other Halloween things. So I think Lumpy will be very happy here. But I just love him. He just came out so cute. He's so cute. Love it. Hope you love it too, and I hope you're inspired to try it yourself. Once again, I thank Sammie of Unicorn Dust Designs for always hosting this Try It Tuesday playlist on a monthly basis. I also want to thank her co-host Whitney of Whisky and Whit. Please check out both of their channels below and see how you're inspired to get creative. Last but not least, this last project is a double whammy as I was inspired by Daveda Lane and the Pink Tree. I've been watching Daveda Lane and the Pink Tree both, and they both are fantastic at faux food creations. Daveda Lane has really excelled this past year in creating her own molds for faux food creations. Here I am using some foam clay. If you've never used foam clay, it's fantastic because it's very marshmallow-like. So it made sense that I was going to create a little marshmallow, a little ghosty marshmallow, kind of like the Peeps. And what I'm going to create is a whole bunch of faux foods that I'm going to make like a centerpiece, which I think is very playful and colorful and perfect for Halloween because it's going to be a bag filled with treats. Now that idea I got from the Pink Tree. The Pink Tree, she is amazing at creating faux foods all throughout the year. She creates beautiful, beautiful faux food project ideas around all of the holidays, even creating her own sprinkles and everything. Here I am using some air dry clay, just regular air dry clay, and made kind of like pumpkin cookies, I suppose. And of course now I'm painting them. So it's a matter of just creating all these different goodies. I've created everything from like small macaroons, and even creating, now I've never seen anybody do this themselves, and maybe I missed it, but I'm even going to create my own little candy corns, and that's what I'm doing here. So Daveda, if you already made candy corns, I'm sorry, I might have missed that episode, but I haven't seen the Pink Tree create candy corns. So here's my take on candy corns, and here I'm using that foam clay, which is just amazing. It's kind of like model magic because it's kind of marshmallowy. So it has a much lighter texture than air dry clay, which in some cases is very important. So here I am just creating the, I can't remember the name now. Candy corns. Oh my goodness. Candy corn. I love candy corns. I look forward to Halloween for candy corns because I will not touch candy corns any other time. And I'm getting tired of using the word candy corn, but I don't know what else to say. Now I'm going to paint the candy corn. Now you would think it was an ombre effect where it was like orange, yellow, and white, but no. Nay. It's not like that. It is yellow, orange, and white. And if you eat a plentiful amount of candy corns like I do during Halloween, you can't forget it. So there I am. Now I'm adding the orange. I know it looked orange in the other one, but no, that was yellow. And now I'm adding the orange, and of course the tips are white, and the clay is a bright white color. So there you go, one little candy corn. Let's do 10 more now. Anyway, I thought this was really cute. Now, the next thing is I am going to create cake pops. Now, I've seen other people create cake pops using styrofoam balls, and I couldn't find styrofoam balls. I mean, not at the price I wanted to pay. So I'm going to use ping pongs. Couldn't use ping pongs because I couldn't find ping pongs, but I could find these eyes that I painted white just in case. And now I'm going to cover them with spackle, and this is fast dry. It's not spackle, it's like grout filler. I can't remember now what it is. I'm looking around for the bottle, believe it or not, as I'm speaking to you. But it is, no, here what it is. It's Fast Dry acrylic latex caulk. There you go. So here we're coloring the caulk, and we're going to use it and make it look like it's chocolate, like melted chocolate. Doesn't it look like melted chocolate? It's so perfect. And you just use it the way you would use regular melted chocolate, and you just spread it on the little ping pong, and it looks like a cake pop. Now here, I don't know what I did to my spackle, but I must have gotten it too wet, or because I included some of the caulking in it, and it made it too wet. So it really didn't, I don't know, it didn't set right. But hey, whatever. It was a styrofoam ball covered in spackle and caulking and painted so it looks like frosting. Now I found this trick or treat box, which I thought was perfect, and here I am adding my little cupcake. And it was still a little wet. I hate to admit it, but it was still a little wet. I had to do it. Now, I have made candied apples in the past. But again, if you want to see the pros do it, all it is an apple that you get from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And I do a mixture of acrylic paint and Mod Podge. And I make sure to use the gloss Mod Podge. And those are some little beads that I made to look like, that I used to make it look like they were sprinkles. And there's the pumpkin cookie, and the inside of the pumpkin cookie there's some white cream. To cover up the skewers so they don't look, so woody, I'm just using the straws that I found at the Dollar Tree to disguise the skewers. But the skewers are easier to connect or to put into the styrofoam, as you can see. And that's all you do, is I just covered all the little goodies and the treats with those straws and kept adding it to my little trick-or-treat bag. For the candy corn, of course, I had to create a little bag and added that as well. And I actually attached a skewer to it as well so that it would stay in place. And that's pretty much it. Then I added some curlicues and some ribbon, and I was done. I want to thank Sammie and Whitney for hosting this wonderful challenge, and all those women who inspire me day after day, those artists that are included here, and especially you. Stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below to keep me inspired.